Hey everyone, Ashley here, and this is the fun, smoky, purple, glittery eyeshadow look we're going to be creating today. I think this would be super cute for a New Year's party. To start out, I'm going in with the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer, adding a few dots, and then blending it out with my finger, blending it further with a sponge, and then adding a little bit of setting powder. I'm first dipping into this bottom left shade from the Kaleidos palette in shade Twilight Rush, using a Luxie 235 blending brush and applying this to the front portion of the crease and the outer portion of the crease. This doesn't have to go on perfect. We're using this as like a transition shade, so I'm kind of sweeping it onto the lid a little bit and then using little circular motions to blend it upwards, and then working my way towards the outer corner, maintaining a V-like shape in the outer corner. To envision the V shape, if you were to envision your lower lash line to swoop upwards as if it were to keep going towards your eyebrow, that's the bottom portion of the triangle, and then arching inwards at the same curve as your crease, like so. And then just blending out all the edges so there's no harsh lines. Adding more of the shades to the lower lash line with a Luxie 215 small angled brush. Just applying this tight to the lash line, bringing it all the way in toward the inner corner, and then blending it out a little bit with the Luxie 235. With the Luxie 235 blending brush again, I'm dipping into the shade that's in the top left of the palette. It's like a grayish purple, and I'm adding depth to the shade we just applied, starting in the outer corner, keeping it a little bit lower than that first purpley shade, and just lightly packing the color on. I'm slowly building the color up because you can always add more, but you can never take it away. And then I'm blending it up into that previous light purple shade, focusing on the outer corner first, and then arching it into the crease here. And then I eventually will add it into the inner corner, or like the front portion of the lid, not exactly the inner corner, just stopping short. So I'm just slowly bringing it in, and then blending out that outer corner to create that V shape. Just taking my time. Picking up a little bit more product, and then again adding it to the inner portion of the lid here. And then leaving the center of the lid blank, but then blending up towards the brow bone, just kind of blending it into that previous purple shade. That same color in a Luxie 215 small angle brush, I'm applying this to the lower lash line, keeping it tight to the lashes, like so. And then blending it into the previous purple. With a flat shader brush I found from Hobby Lobby, I think the brand is Master's Touch. I'm using this sparkly shade in the top right of the palette. I'm going to apply this on the center of the lid, just kind of lightly packing on the color in the center, and then I'm going to softly feather the edges upward and outwards, like so. Using a light hand with this, I'm just kind of flicking out the edges to create a gradient type look, bringing it up into the crease, like so, just using whatever is left on the brush, not really adding any more product. Making sure there's no harsh edges. With a flat shader brush, I'm dipping into this glittery black shade on the bottom right of the palette, and I'm focusing this on the outer half of the upper lash line, making the line about the thickness of the brush bristles, like so. So I'm just kind of like pressing the color on, just so it can be very precise. Making it thinner as I bring it in about halfway like this, using little tapping motions. Also make sure you tap off the brush before you go in to minimize fallout, and then I'm going to use whatever's left on the brush to start gently blending out that top edge to feather it upwards, using little tiny side to side motions, little circular motions like this, just to create a soft gradient and have the concentration of the color be tightest to the lash line. I'm doing the same thing on the lower lash line, bringing it about 2/3 or like 1/3 of the way inwards. Just smoking out that lower portion and kind of connecting it in the outer corner. Then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just wipe away any fallout. Next, with the Creamy Kohl liner from Huda Beauty, I'm going to be lining my waterline. Drawing on an inner corner wing with the Too Faced Better Than Sex eyeliner in black. With our shader brush once again, I'm dipping into this glittery purple shade from the Profusion Jurassic World palette, and then just gently tapping that on the front portion of the crease area like so. I'm going to gently curl my lashes, and then go in with a coat of the Milani Highly Rated Mascara, and then glue on a pair of falsies from Amazon, and that completes the look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I've linked everything down below, and I hope to see you in the next video.